I miss my life home. Yeah. If I was given the opportunity right now, I'll pick my life back home without thinking twice. I have just been thinking so much, and I'm like, I had things going on for me. Life was good. All the projects I had back home, all the things I was doing. I'm not a lazy person. I consider myself a very hardworking woman. I moved here not necessarily to look for greener pastures, but because I met a man that I fell in love with, and he happens to be from here and live here. And because of everything we've been told by the media about America and how great this place is, how this is the land of milk and honey, I thought it's only wise, and I'm also very traditional, so I thought it's only wise for me to follow my husband and live where he lives. My husband has been here for some time. He has always been mentioning here and there about, how difficult life is here, like just the challenges that are in this country. But I never listened, so I was like, this man doesn't want me to enjoy the American dream.
They lied to us and we're finally admitting it. For decades, we've been sold the same dream: leave Africa, go west, get rich, live better. The American dream, the UK upgrade, the Canadian escape, and millions of us bought it. Literally, sold our land, our cars, our futures to chairs, milk, and honey. But here's what nobody told you: a huge portion of those people are drowning, depressed, broke, regretting everything, and they've been too ashamed to say it until now. So let me ask you something. What if the biggest threat to Africa's future is not staying home but living based on a lie? What if the dream was always a trap? And this is the conversation they didn't want you to hear. So, guys, let's talk about this story of this Kenyan lady who went to America and right now she's regretting it. Well, this is the very end, and I'll be back to discuss everything with you guys.
I need to rant. So it's officially one year in America, and I don't want to cry. I miss my life home. Yeah. If I was given the opportunity right now, I'll pick my life back home without thinking twice. I have just been thinking so much, and I'm like, I had things going on for me. Life was good. All the projects I had back home, all the things I was doing. I'm not a lazy person. I consider myself a very hardworking woman. I moved here not necessarily to look for greener pastures, but because I met a man that I fell in love with, and he happens to be from here and live here. And because of everything we've been told by the media about America and how great this place is, how this is the land of milk and honey, I thought it's only wise, and I'm also very traditional, so I thought it's only wise for me to follow my husband and live where he lives. My husband has been here for some time. He has always been mentioning here and there about, how difficult life is here, like just the challenges that are in this country. But I never listened, so I was like, this man doesn't want me to enjoy the American dream. But he has time without number expressed his dissatisfaction about this place. Heck, he doesn't even want to retire in this country. And if he was given the opportunity as well, like right now, he would also choose to leave. So anyway, I didn't come to America for greener pastures, like I was saying. Even before I met him, I had a good life back home. I had a stable job. I had opportunities. I was happy. I was enjoying food. I was enjoying the warm community. I was enjoying the good weather. I could travel every weekend. I was on the road just traveling. And I really loved my life back home. So I don't know if it's because I moved here when I'm old enough, because I moved here when I was 30 years old. And so that's why I'm having a hard time adjusting. But I really, really miss home. I really, really miss home. There are times I just want to let all the years we've, um, struggled just to get my visa to come here go down the drain, and I just move back home and just continue with the projects that I had, just continue with what I was doing there. But I just keep telling myself, let me keep pushing because maybe this feeling will go away. I've spoken to, I'm literally shaking. I've spoken to quite a number of people who have stayed here for some time, and they keep telling me this is normal. It's a normal feeling to feel when you're still new, and that you get used to, life here. So I don't know at what point. I'm really grateful that I've joined the field that I was back home, sales and marketing or customer service, because that's what I love doing. So I've joined that, but you have to start from scratch. Aside from that, there's food. I'm just having a very hard time with food. Sometimes it's just so difficult to eat. I'm like, what can I eat? Yeah, and generally just the feeling, the vibe. It's also exhausting as a parent, because there's no help here. You really have to just do everything, you and your partner. This is also part of the relocation journey that probably you will not see. But here we are.
Pan-African lifestyle.
Are you planning to travel, relocate, or invest in Africa? Before making permanent decisions, equip yourself with the knowledge you need to make informed choices. Africa 101 is your guide to relocating, investing, and living in Africa. This is your essential resource, covering the basics and must-know insights to guide you confidently. Download your guide now at panafricanlifestyle.com and take the first step toward a thriving future in the motherland.
For generations, Africans have been fed the same story. The West is paradise. America is the land of opportunity. Europe is where you go to make it. The message was clear. Stay in Africa, stay broke, leave Africa, get blessed. And we believed it. We sold everything to believe it. Land our grandparents fought for, cars we worked for years to buy, careers we built from scratch, all sacrificed at the altar of the American dream. But here's the truth bomb nobody prepared us for. A massive number of Africans abroad are suffering in silence. They are depressed, overworked, underpaid, lonely, stuck in survival mode, and the worst part of it all, they've been too ashamed to tell us until now. Let us be real about how we got here. The Western world didn't just look attractive. It was marketed to us through movies, music, media, even our own people who made it back home with suitcases full of dollars and designer bags. The message was surgical. Africa is not worthy. The West is the answer. And it worked. Brain drain became our continental disease. Our brightest minds, our most ambitious youth, our most skilled professionals gone. Talk about doctors, engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs, all racing towards the same mirage. But here's the thing about mirages, they disappear when you get close. The Kenyan sister in that viral video said it perfectly. She moved to the US expecting heaven. What she got was depression, isolation, and the crushing realization that she had to start her entire career from zero. The community she left behind, all gone. The career she built, irrelevant. The life she had, a distant memory she can't get back. And she's not alone. She's just one of the few brave enough to say it out loud. So, why did the lie persist for so long? And I will give you three reasons. Number one, shame. Nobody wants to admit they failed. Nobody wants to post on Instagram, hey family, I'm in London, working 3 jobs and can barely afford this tiny room I share with two strangers. That doesn't get likes. That doesn't make your parents proud. That doesn't justify selling the family land. Reason number two, social media deception. The few who are doing well make sure you know it. Designer clothes, fancy restaurants, new cars, living my best life. Meanwhile, the majority, the ones working as Uber drivers with master's degree, the ones cleaning offices after finishing nursing school, the ones sending money home they can't afford to send, they stay silent. The algorithm doesn't favor struggle; it favors spectacle. And the last one, number three, the sunk cost of fallacy. When you've invested everything, your savings, your family's hope, your own identity into the idea that moving abroad was the right choice, admitting it wasn't becomes psychologically impossible. So you perform success even while drowning in debt and despair. The result of it all, an entire generation back home making life altering decisions based on incomplete, misleading, and sometimes outright false information. But something's shifting right now. Something is shifting, guys. The diaspora is waking up and they are tired of pretending. I've seen it in my own circles, I've seen people telling me the story that the people I know who moved to Canada 5 years ago, finally admitting, I thought I'd be further along by now. Friends in the UK confessing, I miss home more than I ever thought it was possible. Cousins in the UK saying, the money is better, but the life is just empty. And this is not about hating the West or romanticizing Africa's problem. This is about being honest, about complete information, about giving the next generation what we didn't have, the full story, telling the story the way it is, no fabricating. Because here's what the hyped information: starting over professionally often means years of unemployment. The cost of living can swallow your better salary whole. Racism is not just historical, it is daily structural exhausting. The loneliness can be suffocating in ways no amount of money fixes. Your degree from Nairobi or Lagos or Accra often dismissed or devalued. The community expected, scattered, struggling, too busy to regret what you left behind. And yes, some people thrive, some people do make it work, some people genuinely find better opportunities and build amazing lives. Those stories are valid too. We need to talk about that, but they are only they're not the only stories, and treating them like they are has cost Africa generations talents. Let me tell you what kills me about this. It's not just the brain drain, though that's devastating. It's not just that economic impact, though that's also massive. It's the human cost, bro. It's the mother who sold a market stall to send her daughter to America, who now can't sleep because her daughter calls crying every week but can't admit she wants to come home. It's the young man who gave up a promising career in Ghana to wash dishes in Toronto, telling himself it's temporary while years slip by. If the family is broken apart by distance and false promises, the children growing up without parents who moved abroad to give them a better life, except the child who would have preferred a present parent over money transfers. It is the depression epidemic nobody's measuring here. The suicides nobody's counting. The dreams deferred so long they die of neglect. And for what, guys? For what? So we could chase a version of success defined by the very people who colonized us in the first place. Okay, here's what I need you to do to understand. I'm not saying don't go abroad. I'm not saying don't. What I'm saying is don't go blind. If you understand the struggles and you're still willing to face them, if you're prepared for years of rebuilding, if you've got the mental resilience for isolation, if you're ready to work twice as half for the recognition, then go with my blessing. I bless you. But make that choice with your eyes open, not based on Instagram highlights, not based on your cousin's carefully curated Christmas visit, not based on a narrative designed to make you feel inadequate in your own home. Yes, because I will tell you the truth. There are opportunities in Africa that don't require you to sacrifice your identity, your community, or your peace of mind. There are ways to build wealth, impact, and legacy without leaving. And yes, there are challenges too, but at least they are not. There are challenges in your context, surrounded by your own people. The diaspora sharing the struggle is not about discouraging ambition. It is about protecting it. It is about making sure the next generation doesn't gamble their entire future on incomplete information. because the saddest thing in the world is realizing you abandoned a good life, chasing a better one that never existed. So, to my diaspora family, finally speaking up, thank you for your honesty, because your honesty might save someone from your mistakes. Your vulnerability might keep a family together. Your truth might help someone choose differently or choose the same thing but for better reasons. And to everyone still dreaming of living, dream but verify. Ask the hard questions. Demand the full story, and remember, you're not running from something. You should be running towards something real, something tangible and worth the sacrifice. The milk and honey were always a metaphor. Don't drown trying to drink them. And if this piece resonated with you, you know what to do, guys. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment telling me what your thoughts are on this thing. What is your story? What's your truth? Guys, this is the Bantu Merchant Challenge, and we deal in facts, not fairy tales. Let us build, let us protect, let us proper wherever we are. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.